Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello friends, welcome to Entri. I, Deepani Bhardwaj, welcome you all again, and today we'll be discussing about the weekly current affairs. See, weekly current affairs plays an important role, isn't it? So I have brought all the important headlines which will be followed by all the important questions which will be very important for your examination. So let's start with our first important headline. The first important headline is Under 19 World Cup winner Tanmay Shrivastava retires from the cricket. Do you know who Tanmay Shrivastava is? Tanmay Shrivastava shared World Cup trophy with Virat Kohli. When they were playing Under 19 World Cup. Fine. So Virat Kohli's Under 19 World Cup winning teammate Tanmay Shrivastava retires from the cricket. Tanmay Shrivastava was a stylish left-handed batsman who turned out for Kings 11 Punjab after the World Cup, but things haven't gone to plan for Tanmay in this cricketing career as he failed to get into the Team India while being ignored in the IPL, that is Indian Premier League. He was at a high and a big prospect for India when the team won Under 19 World Cup in 2008. The 30-year-old left-hander took to social media to make announcement but did not specify his new plans. So talking about him, Tanmay Shrivastava played 90 first-class games and he scored 4,918 runs. He also played 44 List A matches and 34 T20s. Fine. So the important news is that Tanmay Shrivastava has retired. One more cricketer has retired recently and he is the famous Pakistani cricketer and you know about him. He is Umar Gul, isn't it? Next important headline. Indian Army celebrates 74th Infantry Day in Jammu and Kashmir. For every year on 27th October, Infantry Day is celebrated. So every year October 27th is celebrated as Infantry Day by the Indian Army in Jammu and Kashmir, which is known by nickname Chinar Corps. The Chinar Corps, see, do you know what is this Chinar? Chinar is a tree in which you would have seen a leaf quite like this, which is only found in Kashmir, isn't it? You would have watched movie like Mohabbatein there. There's a leaf which is shown there. Fine. So the Chinar Corps celebrated the 74th Infantry Day on 27th October to honor the supreme sacrifice of the gallant soldiers in fighting the Pakistani invaders in Jammu and Kashmir in 1947. Infantry Day is celebrated as a remembrance of the first military event of independent India when the 1st Battalion of the 6th Regiment of Indian Army fought battle to accomplish victory over the first attack on the Indian soil by the Pakistan Army and Lashkar invader on October 27th, 1947. So its history is back to 27th October 1947 and it's all about our warriors who were the ones who should be respected and will be respected always. So invader on 27th October 1947 in the Kashmir Valley who tried to grab Jammu and Kashmir but it was of no use for them. Fine. So Indian Army has celebrated the 74th Infantry Day in Jammu and Kashmir. So this day and 74th, both the things are important. Next. Japan to achieve zero carbon emissions by 2050. Japanese Prime Minister Suga has stated that the country will achieve zero carbon emissions by 2050. Mr. Suga emphasized the need to shift away from fossil fuels to counter climate change as an opportunity rather than a burden. As per Japan's current energy plan, 56% of its energy requirement comes from the fossil fuels. Fine. So the important things are also what is the capital of Japan? It's Tokyo and the currency of Japan is Japanese yen. Next. Alpha Conde won the third term as president of Guyana. Guyana's president Alpha Conde has won a disputed national election setting the stage for a controversial third term. He won the election against Saleu with 59.49% votes Diallo got 33.5% votes in the election. Winning the 2020 elections, Alpha is set to govern the country for next 6 years. Mr. Khan was a veteran opposition leader who finally won the election in 2010, making the first genuinely democratic handover in Guyana since independence. He served jail for challenging Jen, who ruled from 1984 till his death in 2008. So this is the important news from Guyana. Next important headline: RBI bars payment system operators from launching any new QR codes. So the Reserve Bank of India has barred payment system operators, that is PSOs, from launching any new proprietary QR code for payment transactions. The two interoperable QR codes in existence, UPI QR and Bharat QR, shall continue as at present. The decision to continue with the two existing QR, that is quick response codes, was based on the recommendations of the committee which was set up by the Reserve Bank of India under the chairmanship of Deepak Pathak to review the current system of such codes in India and suggest measures for moving towards the interoperable QR codes. Payment system operators, that is PSOs, that use proprietary QR codes shall shift to one or more interoperable QR codes. The process of migration shall be completed by March 31, 2022. Fine. Next. HDFC Bank MD and CEO Aditya Puri retires. Now this is very important news because he has been a famous personality. So Aditya Puri, who was the chief executive and managing director of HDFC Bank for over 25 years, has retired and gave the charge to the largest private sector lender to Shashidhar Jagdishan. So who is Shashidhar Jagdishan? Shashidhar Jagdishan has been the part of bank since 1996 and played a critical role in supporting the growth trajectory of the bank. The 70-year-old Aditya Puri had transformed a startup in a sector dominated by state-owned banks into industry leader. At nearly rupees 6 trillion, HDFC Bank leads the industry in terms of market capitalization and remains the most profitable by a long margin. Next. Anzar Muhsin Ali wins special prize in global art competition. A 6-year-old Bangladeshi boy Anzar Ali won a special prize of $1,000 for his artwork in global art competition organized by the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, that is ICCR. The ICCR had launched a global painting competition named United Against Corona Express Through Art, which attracted 8,000 artworks entries from around the world, and after the first round of the competition 210 artworks were shortlisted. The final jury evaluated and decided the winners from each category such as Indian, foreign, professional, amateur, children in 4 different sections, that are contemporary art, folk and tribal art, cartoon and illustrations, digital and new age art. So Anzar Ali, who is just 6 years old, has won a special prize in global art competition and the prize amounts to $1,000. So all these were the important headlines. Now we'll be discussing all the important questions. The first important question is, recently who has been elected unopposed as the president of Delhi and District Cricket Association? And the correct answer is Rohan Jaitley. Next. Umar Gul has announced his retirement from all forms of cricket. He is related to which country? Even I discussed it in the last lecture. Even today while starting the lecture I discussed about him, and you know he is a famous Pakistani cricketer, so he belongs to Pakistan. Next. What is the rank of India among 107 nations in Global Hunger Index 2020? And it is the most important question and the correct answer is 107. Next. Recently, who won the Wildlife Photographer of the Year award? Again, it is very important question because she is from India and the correct answer is Aishwarya Sridhar. Next. Recently, which bank announced the launch of banking services on WhatsApp? And the correct answer is IDBI Bank. Next important question is, recently which IIT has incubated dairy tech startup Stellapps has launched a first of its kind fully automated direct payment platform MoPay for dairy farmers in Rajasthan, and the correct answer is IIT Madras. Next. Recently, My Town, My Pride program was launched in which union territory? And the correct answer is Jammu and Kashmir. Which country has been ranked first in the Global Hunger Index report? And the correct answer is Belarus. Next. Who is the governor of Uttar Pradesh who has launched Safe City project, a women's safety campaign in Lucknow? And the correct answer is Anandiben Patel. Next. Which country became the first country to attach the facial verification in the National Identification Database? The function is called Sync Pass Face Verification, and the correct answer is Singapore. So all these are the important questions which are very important for your examination. So please do like this video, comment on it and share as much as possible. So thanking you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.